Reporting live from Hyper Clubhouse in Atlanta for Comedy Hype News, I'm Symphony Thompson. Rapper Plies has been extremely vocal this election season and took to Twitter over the weekend in order to address black men who are looking for reasons to vote against Kamala Harris this November. He would write, "Dear black men, you are searching for reasons to not like Kamala Harris. Look your daughters or nieces in their faces and tell them it'll be men like you who are going to question their blackness, their resume, and their existence if they ever try to do the impossible in this country." Now, of course, any political message is expected to get a mixed response, as several online users would react to Plies' message, speaking from both sides. There were some who stated they refused to cast a vote for someone just because of their race. Others would agree with Plies' message, while some would even condemn the rapper and accuse him of shaming black men into voting for Harris. Today we have our Comedy Hype analysts, Sean Larkins and Steve Brown, on the show to talk all about it. But before we get started, I must mention the upcoming Green Fest Festival, thrown by the HBCU Green Fund. Green Fest will have music, food, spoken word, comedy, and activities for all ages on Saturday, September the 7th at Truly Living Well Farm in Atlanta. Please visit the Instagram page of the HBCU Green Fund for more information. Now let's take a look at this clip.
It's real quick. But to everybody who, especially the ones who look like me, and the men who look like me, who quit the, if Kamala want my vote, she need to explain herself. Stop asking a motherfucking black woman to explain herself to you, or explain herself to y'all. If y'all ain't willing to ask a motherfucking white man, y'all cool with the white man not explaining his motherfucking self to you. Oh, the motherfucking black, she need to explain herself to me, what she gonna do for the black community. You ain't motherfucking asking the white man to explain his motherfucking self. You too motherfucking scared to ask him. Well, she been in the office already 3.5 years. Why she ain't do all the things she said she was gonna do? Cause she ain't the motherfucking president. When you go to the motherfucking McDonald's, that lady that's the motherfucking manager, she don't get to do what the fuck she want to do. She might can give you some motherfucking fries, but that's about it. She can't change the price of that motherfucking quarter pound up there. Or that motherfucking Big Mike. That ain't that motherfucking lady White House. She just like the motherfucking man. You motherfucking fall in line. Now, if you can get some motherfucking free fries out every now and again, you get some motherfucking free fries out. But y'all motherfucking know this. Most of y'all. But y'all just want something to motherfucking say. Now, if she was the motherfucking president and didn't do something, then that's a whole different motherfucking ballgame. Y'all the same motherfucker when Barack was running. He wasn't motherfucking black enough for you neither. And a lot of y'all, I done figured out what y'all getting confused. Y'all don't even want motherfucking black. Y'all want ignorant. A lot of y'all think ignorant mean black. And that's why some of you motherfuckers like Trump, because he motherfucking ignorant. But I'm here to motherfucking tell you, everybody black ain't motherfucking ignorant. And everybody white ain't motherfucking smart. So put that in your motherfucking pipe and motherfucking smoke it.
Now, as mentioned, of course, a lot of people went to social media to react to this, so I'm going to come to you all for your reaction. Steve, when you saw this video clip, what was your reaction to it?
I think a lot of people took it out of context. I think that he was talking to the ones who were making excuses not to vote for her. That's what I believe, and it's not for everybody, but people just took it and ran with it. And, I agree with him. To some extent, I agree with him. Stop making excuses. It's you have your own underlying issue for real. It's not about what she has to explain to you, because she don't even know you to explain nothing. No, don't nobody know you. You don't even have a yearbook picture. But yet, she got to explain herself to you. So I'm not buying all that. I just think it's for the ones who's just making these dumb excuses not to vote. So that's how I feel.
Yeah. Let me ask, what do you think about people who say, I want to ask questions. If I'm voting for her, then I need my questions answered. What do you say to that, being that, people...
I think it's totally fair. I'm with it. People need to know who they're voting for, but right now, where we are, I think people have looked at both candidates and they are pretty much voting for the lesser evil. And me, I don't know a whole lot about Kamala, I don't, and I'm still doing my research, but I do know a lot about Trump, and I don't want Trump. So that's where I am with it.
Yeah. Sean, let me come to you. I want to get your reaction to it as well. And then also, where do you think you fit as a black man? Because there's a big conversation surrounding black men as well. Where do you see yourself fitting?
Maybe a little different than what Steve is saying, because I do have questions. Mm-hmm. I do have questions for Ms. Harris. Mm-hmm. And why shouldn't we? I'm a voter. Mm-hmm. You want my vote? Then there's certain things. Now, I'm going to vote for Ms. Harris. And it's not like most of y'all, I'm not putting on no T-shirts. I'm not cheering. I ain't marching up and down the street because I want to know why we can't have protection as black people. And I know everybody like, you dumb. She can't say that. 8 Asians got killed, and it was a protection for them in 24 hours. Mm-hmm. And nobody lost no votes. Why we can't have a real conversation about reparations? Mm. Even if we don't get it, bring it up. Damn. Every time we talk about some reparations, we ain't talking about that. We talking about grown folks' business over here now. I want to hear a conversation about some reparations in this country because we are owed that money. Now, again, she probably will get my vote because I don't want the alternative.
You just said she gonna get it. She gonna get it or not?
Yeah.
She gonna make yeah. You
not get. Anyway. So let me ask,
I'm gonna vote for her because she fine.
I'm gonna leave you there. Steve, let me ask.
Is that wrong to vote for you because she fine? Or it doesn't matter? As long as you get the vote.
But there's still some important things. Like I said, there are real questions.
No, there are real questions.
Let me come to you, Steve, and ask: were you offended? When you saw Plies' video when he spoke to black men and pretty much dedicated because you saw his tweet. He dedicated his tweet to black men. Were you offended at all by it?
I wasn't offended at all because I think I understood the message. I understood the assignment. He's not talking about black men in general. And I want y'all to understand this. He's talking about the ones who's making excuses, dumb excuses, not to vote for her. And that's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? And that's the way I took it. Now, if you took it any other way, that's your business. But I took it as, man, she's not black enough. She's a woman. She's this and this and that. Man, we up against time. You need to make up your mind. And if you're gonna vote for it and stand on it. And if you're not, we don't want to hear all this. Well, she ain't this. She ain't black enough. She ain't got a fat butt. We don't want to hear all that, bro. Just go on over there. And another thing, I just feel like we are bringing up all these cases of division until this man's gonna mess around and sneak right in because we always divided on stuff. We can't never come together unless it's the swag surf or a funeral. We got to come together on something so we can make some things work.
Spades.
Spades. I don't know how to play spades.
I can't play spades either.
Don't do that.
We're together, Steve. Don't worry about it.
Don't do that.
Well, speaking of reparations, I'm gonna move along because I don't know how to play spades either.
Thank you.
Speaking of reparations,
yes,
crazy enough that you bring it up because Tariq actually has something to say, and I want to read his tweet. He said, "Kamala Harris is not a foundational Black American."
See?
So it's fair for us to ask her why should we vote for her. Now, as you know, Tariq feels that you have to be a foundational Black American in order to get reparations. So we probably wouldn't qualify under Tariq's breakdown of.
None of us would. None of us would.
Yeah.
No,
what do you? I want to get your thoughts, and I'm coming to you, Steve. Why do you think her being Black matters? Like to hear the tweet, she's not a foundational Black American. Like, do you think her being Black really matters?
Not at all to me because Trump's not Black, right? So that means he shouldn't get your vote either.
You know what, man? My thing is this.
We're not voting because I don't care about her being a female. I don't care about her color. What do you bring to the table? That's my questions.
Mine too. And yes, I'm going to say it. Yeah, it is because she's Black. Yes, I would love to see a Black person or any person or any minority in office. Yeah, because we claim we're a democracy. We're the melting pot. So whoever gets us, whoever's qualified, and whoever's taking care of us as a people, I'm with it. She happens to be Black and mixed with something else, which is cool.
This is my issue. It's a lot of ass kissing right now because it's time to vote. I just tired of giving my vote away to the Democratic Party. They kiss my ass come election time, then we get ignored for 4 years. Mm. And everybody's like, but you got to vote against Trump. You got to. We can't keep him in office. Okay, I get it. We get ignored for 4 years. Here come a new election time. Now there's a new Satan that we got to vote against. Whoever the new one's going to rise up, we got to keep him out of office. And again, I don't get to vote for what I want to vote for because I'm voting against Satan.
Well, sir, I wouldn't necessarily say it's Satan.
Well, you know what I mean.
Because the thing is, let me say something.
The
I really believe that if another Republican came in other than Trump, without the antics and all the racism and all the crazy,
then it wouldn't be. You're right. It would not be as bad.
It wouldn't be as bad, and that's just what it is. But we are up against a complete idiot. And a lot of our black men, you know this, but yet because she's a woman or she ain't black enough, you ain't voting for her. That makes no sense. You know what this guy is offering. You know he don't like your black ass. You know he don't like a lot of things. He wants to be a dictator, but because you in your feelings, because you were on some type of a male chauvinistic rant within yourself, you don't want to vote for. Dude, just keep it what it is. I look at it like this, and y'all can say I'm pandering, y'all can say I'm kissing ass, but from what I've seen so far, our black women are really taking a lead in our race because our black men ain't stepping up. So why don't y'all learn from this and challenge yourselves to step up and run our race like it needs to be ran? That's how I see it. And that's just what it is. Get mad at me, go off in the comments, but that's the truth. That's my truth. That's what I see. Black men step up instead of making excuses to keep this woman out. Do better.
But what you're saying is we got to vote for her just because she's black.
No, I'm saying that we need to step up and do what we need to do so a woman wouldn't have to do what our job. That's what I'm saying.
Well, that's great for my household, but what that got to do with the presidential election?
No, it has a lot to do with it. I feel like a black man can step up and still run as well if he's doing what he needs to do. But the thing is, right now, we are making excuses why we shouldn't vote for somebody black or a woman because she's a woman.
Well, some people are making excuses. Some people have legitimate reasons why they want answers.
Okay, no, the answers is not the problem. I want answers. We all want answers.
Okay.
But right now, we know what we want as far as answers. We want our reparations. We want our protection.
Right.
But look over here. This stuff we sure don't want. We want our answers. But
again, I don't get to vote for what I want, who I want to, because I have to vote against evil. And it ain't gonna get no better because you got to understand, in the next 20 years, white people's numbers ain't gonna be there. So they're doing Donald Trump represents the last stands for white supremacy in this country. That is why he is being held so high.
Right.
They know he ain't shit.
Right.
They don't care what he do. He could literally shoot somebody in the face on Madison Avenue, and they're gonna run their ass to that vote and vote for him because they know they stay in power if he's in power.
I understand that. Yeah. I understand that. But at the same time, we're trying to keep him out of power. A lot of people, let's just keep it 100 people, a lot of people are voting for Ms. Harris because they don't want this evil. And they're ready for the last stands of white supremacy to go away.
Yeah,
and I'm with it.
You gotta say that's what this whole abortion issue is. They don't give a damn if Symphony have an abortion. They don't care. They don't want white women having abortions because they're getting out fucked.
Wow.
They're getting out fucked. They're not reproducing enough. They losing. And then in 20 years, they won't have the numbers to even vote themselves into power anymore. That's why they need a dictator. Don't say out. Don't say out. Fuck. Say the pull. Excuse me. The pullout game. You know what I mean. The pullout game ain't good. Like the pullout game is awful.
Yeah. No.
No, he said something he shouldn't say.
Excuse my language.
The pullout game.
I'll say this, and I'm gonna keep us going because y'all be acting up. I think a good challenge for people, because I agree with both of you. I think questions are important to be answered is important as well. I would just challenge our people to do more research because I think a lot of people are taking what they see on social media. Even before the show, you and I were doing some research, and I'm like, hey, let me actually look and see what are the numbers of black men. Who are they actually voting for right now? Not what social media is saying, not what they're saying in all these headlines. So
because it might just be a handful of people, and it looks like
because they're making it big. Right. I would challenge our people to go do some research first so that you can ask the right questions. So you're not asking questions based off a false headline or what they're pushing at these conventions and things like that. So do the research.
Can I correct you on something though, please?
Yeah,
I want to correct you on something respectfully. You were doing the research. He was playing Candy Crush.
Can I ask y'all a question?
Yes.
Can I ask y'all a question? If somebody, are you gonna break relationships with people, with family and friends because of who they vote for this year?
That's a good question.
Will that ruin relationships?
It wouldn't
in your
affect
family?
anything because that's your vote. I'm gonna love you regardless. You know what I'm saying? That's your vote. I may not agree with it or whatever, but if we're friends, if we're cool, that's your vote. I can't. And a lot of people are really breaking relationships. Yeah. They're breaking friendships. And my thing is, if you broke your friendship because somebody else's vote, you weren't their friend in the beginning. So
What about you, Sam?
I agree. I think love surpasses all the things that we're seeing and that's in front of us. I think they're a conversation. I can understand why people allow it to go there because you get so engulfed in it and you're like, oh, well, if you're standing for him, then you're, it's, the passion. But no, I couldn't. I wouldn't lose a friend or a family member.
Well, what if they ain't your friend from the jump? Because I don't really want to be his friend. I don't care.
Steve, I feel like you just want to fight somebody. Every time Steve get a moving like that, I feel like you want to turn into the Hulk.
I don't want to be his friend.
Anywho, all right. Well, I'm gonna let us go ahead and close out because y'all act up. But I do appreciate this. I think
Close out, put out.
I think conversations like this are important. I think that was a great question too, because so many people are so quick to just be like, oh, you're voting for that person and I'm going away. And that's what's wrong with the country now. We're dividing so quickly. So great question. I appreciate you asking that. Now, before we head out, I like to know what you all have going on. Steve, I'm gonna start with you.
Thursday, I will be at the Dania Beach Improv. Y'all check it out, man. Of course, we got We Talk Like This podcast, man. It is great. It's phenomenal. Y'all need to check it out. And of course, I'm here on my other black job at Comedy Hype. Yeah.
And how can people follow you on your black social media?
Hey, man, on my black social media, you can follow me on Instagram, Comic Steve Brown, one word, and of course on Facebook, Comedian Steve Brown fan page. And for you older women, MySpace.
Oh, get away from me. Sean, I'm coming over to you. What do you have coming up? How people
This weekend, I will be in Dominican Republic doing comedy in the DR.
Come on, DR. I love it. And how can people follow you on social media?
Sean, SEAN_Larkins. SEAN_Larkins. Follow me.
Now, I actually have some good news to close this out.
What you got?
Speaking of like the DR and like, all the I feel like every week you're like, oh yeah, I'm going here. And I'm like, okay, you're just on the road.
Of course, he's not.
Yes, you are. Don't listen to him. But our fans are all over, right?
Uh-huh.
So we have a special fun giveaway for our LA Hypers. This is for anybody that's located in the LA area. We're giving away a pair of tickets to attend our Takeover Tuesday night at Yamashiro's restaurant, tucked in Hollywood Hills for Jay Davis Comedy Presents Yamashiro.
That's what's up.
We're giving away 6 lucky VIP experience tickets for tomorrow night's show. And here's all you have to do. The first 3 Los Angeles-based Hypers to go to hypersclub.com can sign into our live chat and message us LA Hyper and they will win 2 tickets. Again, go to hypersclub.com and message us LA Hyper in our live chat to enter. Okay, now I know y'all probably wondering who's on the lineup, but no worry, I have us covered. Ashley Burgess, Chris Bowers, Ron G, Willie Simon. Guy, you said funny?
Funny.
Okay, now Steve, that was on record.
Funny.
Okay. Guy Revin.
Okay.
AJ Reed, Darren Carter, Parker Dean, and a special guest. Now, if you want to skip past this giveaway and just support, you can attend tomorrow's show by hitting the link below through Eventbrite to purchase tickets. See, I like to give away stuff.
That's cool, but I'm a little disappointed though because when you said LA, I was thinking like Lower Alabama, Mobile.
Oh, but Lithonia
area. Yeah, the Lithonia. Yeah, but
Los Angeles.
Okay.
I should have said Los Angeles.
Well, we ain't gonna make that one, but we might show up as special guests at one of these. But it's gonna be phenomenal. Y'all go check it out.
It's okay. We got some six LA Hypers that's gonna and take pictures, tag us, let us know so we can have fun through you because we're gonna be here working. Well, anyway, I appreciate you both for chiming in on this topic, but you heard from us. Now we want to hear from you in the comments below. What are your thoughts of Plies calling out black men who are making an excuse for not voting for Kamala Harris? And also, remember, bring the entire family and stop by the Comedy Hype booth to say hello at the HBCU Green Funds Green Fest for music, comedy, food, and spoken word. Reporting live from Hyper Clubhouse in Atlanta for Comedy Hype News, I'm Symphony Thompson.
Stop making excuses. Go vote.
No more.
Nada.
Did y'all enjoy that? We got so much more for you at hypersclub.com. Our exclusive interviews and backstage content gives you the chance to feel a part of the club. Come on and join.